What is going on, all of you gamers, professional and casual out there in the world? I am MegaAmpster. Thank you for being here. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. Good to see you here. Returning viewers, always great to see you here. Thank you for all the support over time. You've got unhinged me tonight. A little bit of tequila, that's all I'm going to say. You've got unhinged me tonight. We are here to talk about a topic that's important to me, and I want to talk about it here. And you know, I got the full-on costume going. Let me show you. We got the full-on costume going. I even got the sleeve. We got it going on. This was my my PAX cosplay earlier this year for PAX East. But anyways, I want to talk about something because, as you can already tell by the costume I'm wearing and the soundtrack, knowing if you know the game and the title, of course, there's been a lot of controversy around this year's Game Awards nominees announcements, which just happened a couple days ago as of this recording. By the time this is uploaded, it'll be earlier this week. You know, there's been a bunch of controversy between Starfield not getting nominated for Game of the Year, between Dave the Diver being considered an indie game, which I personally don't agree with, but I can see why some people might think that. There's been a lot of, it's because it's been such a tough, you know, like not tough year in gaming. It's tough for the competition because there have been so many great games that have come out this year. And it's very cutthroat this year. So there's going to be a lot of controversy. There's always controversy, but like, especially now it feels like it's really been boiling up. But you know what? Let's look at something positive. Let's look at something positive. Can we talk about the fact that Hi-Fi Rush, one of my favorite games of this year, was nominated for 5 different awards? This may not seem like a big deal to many people. I think it's a big deal, and I'm gonna tell you why. Quick little video. Definitely not just recording this video to fill in a video this week. No, definitely not at all. No, none of that. Get that out of your head. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? I actually did want to talk about this a little bit, but it's great to see, because here's the thing. And you know, Reforge Gaming, I don't know, I was trying to look for the original Game Awards post, the social media account, I couldn't find it, but they have the image here. Ignore the thing about Starfield, like whatever. This picture shows the number of nominated games, right? The most nominated games, the number of nominations each game received. Alan Wake 2, Baldur's Gate 3 at 8, not surprising. Spider-Man 2 at 7, not surprising. Mario Wonder, Tears of the Kingdom at 5 nominations, not super surprising. Honestly, Mario Wonder, I'm a little shocked, but not too much. But can we talk about the fact that Hi-Fi Rush is right there with those games? And 4 nominations, you got Cyberpunk 2077, Final Fantasy 16, makes sense. Resident Evil 4, Street Fighter 6, good to see those get a few nominations here and there. Hi-Fi Rush is the one that, I don't want to say feels out of place, because I think it totally deserves most of these nominations. Like, it's awesome to see it there. It's, as someone who's a fan of the game, Hi-Fi Rush is such a niche game. It is such a niche game. But the fact that it was nominated for, are we calling Hi-Fi Rush the Xbox Game of the Year? You know, going into this year, everybody assumed it was going to be Microsoft, right? Or sorry, yeah, Microsoft. Yeah. And like I said, unhinged. Everybody assumed it was going to be Starfield. I'm kind of shocked Starfield only got nominated for what? Was it just the one? Best RPG? Let's double check. We got the list of nominees here. I'm pretty sure it was only nominated for Best RPG, right? Is Lies of P an RPG? Starfield being there, right? I'm pretty sure that's the only like, I think that's the only nomination it got. It might have gotten a couple of, I don't know, but like, that's all I remember seeing. So really didn't get nominated as much as I expected, which was kind of weird to me. I don't know, but like, come on, like, Best Art Direction, Hi-Fi Rush being here makes so much sense. It deserves to be nominated here. Honestly, I would argue it deserves to win this category, but that's just me. Mario Wonder is also up there, but like, what is the most visually striking out of these 5 cards? What's the most visually striking? You let me know in the comments below. Looking at these, I got, like, in terms of the stylization, I gotta say Hi-Fi Rush right here. But of course, it was nominated for Best Art Direction, rightfully so nominated as well for both Best Score and Music. Great to see that here. Shout out to Tango Gameworks and Bethesda for this game, and like the Glass Pyramids that the artists that got together for this and all this. So really good on them for doing this. I mean, of course, all these games have great soundtracks, right? But like, I know what I voted for. Is it gonna win that one? Probably not. I think it has a good chance to win Best Art Direction though. It was also nominated for audio design, and I will say, like, not that the audio was bad in Hi-Fi Rush, but the music is definitely prevalent, like more prevalent in that game. Like the whole game is an action rhythm game, so the music is like such a core element to this kind of game, and they pulled it off in spades. So like music for sure makes total sense, but audio, I don't know if I would consider that for audio. Like I would probably vote for any of these other games over Hi-Fi Rush, to be honest, because I'm sure they have a really immersive audio there. So I don't really know why it was nominated there, but hey, cool to see that. It was also nominated for accessibility. This one I can kind of see. It had a bunch of different accessibility features, including a streamer mode, which was huge. The fact that the glass pyramids, they came together, because there's a lot of licensed tracks in the game, especially for the boss fights, right? And so they took those tracks as inspiration and kind of twisted them into their own versions that are non-copyrighted. You can stream them, so that was awesome. That's a huge part of it, but even just other toggles and stuff too. I don't know if I didn't vote for it. I voted for Street Fighter just about how accessible it was for newcomers, being one of the most probably accessible fighters, like those kind of hardcore fighting games have been like ever. But Hi-Fi Rush, definitely, it's good to see it there. And the last one, was it action? No, where was I should have looked this up. Oh, sorry, because that's action adventure. It was action, wasn't it? Just regular vanilla action. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so I also voted for it here. I think it has a solid chance of winning this one, although I feel like Armored Core might take this one, but cool to see it here as well. Like the fact, because here's the thing, right? The Game Awards nominations, I mean, they have a bunch of these committees of journalists from all across the industry, right? These nominations are always so biased, right? There is so much bias. I mean, they have a lot of different groups, so that, hopefully that helps kind of mitigate some of that bias. But, there's always industry bias, right? Lots of Alan Wake 2s, lots of Baldur's Gate 3s, a good amount of Tears of the Kingdoms, right? So the fact that Hi-Fi Rush even has this many nominations is huge. I hope it wins at least one. I think if it's going to, I think the best chances it have, honestly, are best art direction and best action. I would love for it to win best score in music, but I mean, the media tends to prefer the more epic, grand scale soundtracks compared to what this game's going for, which is just like really good beats and like, I don't know. I voted for it, but I don't know if it's gonna take it. I would love for it to. It's definitely not gonna take best audio. I can tell you that. There's no way it takes best audio. Accessibility maybe, but like the fact that it has this many nominations, the fact that not only because like it's just like it's such a niche game, but also it came out in January of 2023, which this happened so many years with the Game Awards where people just forget about the games that came out earlier this year. Like look at Hogwarts Legacy, that came out in February this year. I mean, I think they're also avoiding that because of the whole controversy behind that. Otherwise, I totally think it would have gotten nominated for like best RPG maybe or something like that. I don't know, but I don't know enough about that game to fully say where it would be. But the fact that Hi-Fi Rush came out in January and it's gotten 5 nominations, that's huge. And for Microsoft, this is a huge deal. The fact that, now correct me if I'm wrong, the only nomination I remember seeing is Starfield for RPG here. The fact that got 1 nomination, not even Game of the Year, and Hi-Fi Rush got 5? Like, and I bet you part of it is because there were so many expectations built on Starfield, and definitely seemed pretty mixed in terms of the opinions online. Some people didn't really like it, didn't live up to the expectations. Some people really love it. It's very mixed bag. Hi-Fi Rush, I've just like, from the opinions I've seen of people who have played it, granted, a lot fewer people have played Hi-Fi Rush than Starfield, it seems, for sure. They're glowing reviews. They're huge, you know what I mean? It's like, and it came out of nowhere, because there were no expectations building up to this game. They literally shadow dropped Hi-Fi Rush in January of this year. Like, out of nowhere, on Game Pass, $30 if you want to buy it, which I did, whatever you want to do, and it's just there. And no one had any expectations going into it, and it seemed like it's pleasantly surprised a lot of people. And it's great to see that reflected here, because I feel like, especially in a year where there are so many good games, other games are drowning each other out. It's like look, like Starfield not being in Game of the Year, because there are just so many great games. If this was a lighter year like previous years, I bet you Starfield would have been in the Game of the Year nominations there. The fact that Hi-Fi Rush is even like acknowledged at all to this degree, I would have expected, okay, maybe it'd get best art direction and best music. The fact that they also nominated for 3 other categories is honestly nuts to me, and I just wanted to talk about that very quickly. been going on for 10 minutes about this. Is there anything else I gotta say? I don't know. I love this game. You know, I don't want to spoil my video later on in the year. Maybe my opinions will change, but it's definitely one of, if not my favorite game this year. And like I said, came out of nowhere. And the fact that it came out of nowhere, no anticipation. Usually this event is so commercialized and so focused on the big budget names. Granted, this is still Xbox and Bethesda, so that's a big name in its own. But just, it came out of nowhere. It came out of nowhere. Tango Gameworks, known for what Evil Within 1 and 2, like horror-esque games, completely different. Went out on a limb, they took a risk. John Johannes and the team went out there, made their own thing. Shinji Mikami gave them their blessing, and boom, look what happened. One of the most creative Xbox games to come out in forever. So I'm happy for the team for getting this many nominations, man. This is so cool. And I hope it wins. It's not going to win all 5, no doubt, but like, I hope it at least wins either. I feel like it's, like I said, it's either going to be Best Art Direction or Best Action Game. Best Action Game would actually be huge. But Best Score and Music, I hope it's not going to, but I would hope it would. But love this game. I just wanted to kind of talk about it more here, so nothing else more I can say. I'm looking forward to seeing at this event what it wins. You know, I think it'll win at least one. We'll see. But I'm excited to see it here. It's honestly, it's felt like, and maybe just because so many good games have come out this year, it feels like there's a lot of variety here compared to previous years. Like, sure, Baldur's Gate and Alan Wake 2, I almost said 3, are like taking over a lot of categories. They nominated a lot of times, but it doesn't feel to the same degree as Elden Ring last year. It really doesn't. Like, that was absolutely a sweep, but like, it's good to have this level of competition. I mean, this game has been one of the best years in gaming. Of course, I've mentioned in a previous video how terrible it's been for the industry, but at least now with this event, we can celebrate the games themselves and how good they've been this year. So definitely excited to see this game here. If you haven't checked out Hi-Fi Rush, man, I would highly recommend it. You know, even if you're like, I don't know how I feel about the action and rhythm, the game eases you into it. It teaches you. I have gotten better, so much better at action games because of Hi-Fi Rush. It literally teaches you how to not only be good at timing rhythms, but how to like play action games like this. You know, it honestly did, and it's so cool. It's so good. Great characters, great visual design, and soundtrack, of course. So it's a fun time. I'd highly recommend it if you haven't checked it out. But with that, I can't make this too long. I'm just gushing about Hi-Fi Rush this whole time, but let me know in the comments below what you think. If you've played this game, let me know. I'm curious if you played it. If you haven't, let me know if you're interested, if you want to pick it up. And let me know if you voted for it for any of the categories it was nominated for here for the Game Awards. But we are less than a month out from the Game Awards, so I will definitely be doing a live reaction to that event when it happens. I live reacted to the nominees announcement the other day, so go check out that live stream archive if you're interested. And hey, otherwise, I want to play more Hi-Fi Rush. Have a great night. Take care. I don't know why I said night, because you guys could be watching this whenever. Have a good one. Play more Hi-Fi Rush. We stay in Corsica. See you later.